stars goes on the set of the ultimate heavyweight matchup of the summer, Freddy versus Jason.
Ready for your thoughts, Chief?
Notice who gets top billing for the 8th installment of a great Nightmare on Elm Street film. This time I'm meeting my match with Jason Voorhees.
Jason is obviously much bigger, much stronger than Freddy, but Freddy is much smarter than Jason.
These two giants of the horror movie world going head to head.
Welcome to my nightmare.
I was so excited that these two guys that have both scared the hell out of me fighting each other. And I'm here, I'm in the middle of it.
Freddy versus Jason is something that, it's an idea that I came up with putting the two of them together almost 10 years ago. I said, gee, this could really be a good idea, but now that it's all come together and I finally get to see it, I say, this is a great idea.
This is the ultimate, roller coaster ride and a popcorn movie.
Even in horror movies, that is kind of more of a serious take on the horror movies, the way they were intended. There was this man, but he was more like a monster, really. And he kept calling him Freddy, and he was so real.
Needs to install fear into his potential victims, the children, the relatives, the offspring of the original vigilante parents that burned him and sent Freddy into his sort of nebulous purgatory where he dwells and plots his revenge.
There's a bunch of kids who get stuck in the middle and try to get out or try to fight them.
We have to muster up our strength and our gumption, and we get in there and we fight these two terrible killers.
Get real. You're not even scary. And what's with the butter knives?
And then it soon becomes a competition. It soon becomes, Jason, trying to kill people, and just killing them, not even realizing that Freddy's trying to kill them.
Freddy also learned that Jason is not stoppable. He thought he can stop Jason. So finally they said, okay, now I have to face off with this monster.
I'm afraid of you. Now that we're in the real world, huh?
There's the dramatic question is who's tougher, because neither one of them has ever been able to be defeated.
I'd have to say Jason is tougher, just because he's just humongous. And Freddy is a little more creative and smarter and sort of more weaselly and quicker.
At least Freddy sort of plays with you a bit and would make your death maybe a little more interesting. If you have to die by the hands of one of them, Freddy would probably be a more interesting tale to tell in heaven than with Jason, who would just cut your head off in a second.
This isn't my home. This is Jason's home. You're supposed to visit me in my home, in the boiler room, where I'm strong.
In a dream world, anything goes. Anything Freddy can think of, it become a weapon. It become a killing situation. But in the real world, Freddy is the underdog. Now, Jason has the upper hand.
We've actually been sworn to secrecy, by New Line Cinema here. But I'll say this is my pat thing. Freddy takes a licking, but he keeps on clicking. All right.
He holds up, let me tell you. He takes a good beating, but so does Jason. So, you just have to wait and see where those end up.
Why won't you die?
The reason that Freddy, I think, is so terrifying after all these years is that what he does is he goes in.
I don't think anybody in this world can play Freddy Krueger except Robert Englund.
Both of you need to take that first step at the same time. On action, step, right?
He's so magical, and he's just so creative, and he figures out all these kinds of ways to just make Freddy more interesting, whether it's grabbing your face a certain way or even like the angles. He's just so technical.
To watch Robert Englund on set is such an amazing thing, because this is a character he's been playing for 20 years, so he knows it so well. And he's got such a great, enthusiasm for it too, He's really genuinely excited to be a part of it, even after all these years. It's infectious.
We're having fun doing it. It's a lot of fun working with Robert. I gotta tell you, it's hard to get your motivation when he's being so nice all the time. I tell him to stop that.
My motivation's the 4 hours it takes to put this on.
Yes.
And also the fact that, he gets in my light all the time. And as you can well imagine, it's like working with a sequoia.
Jason can come out as a faceless, mindless source of death and just snatch your life away from you for no rhyme or reason.
Jason's just sort of a little misguided, I like to call him a psycho savant. He's, you know, he's just sort of following a mandate, you know, kill all those bad kids.
Freddie in this movie refers a lot to, you know, he's like, you got no style. And I think he's wrong, honestly. I think Jason does have a big style. You know, maybe it's not as cool or as, you know, Freddie's got the little Michael Jackson hat going on.
Okay. It's very bloody. I have to get used to wearing a lot of fake blood all the time.
The fact that it's a scary movie kind of freaked me out because I never watch scary movies. I'm terrified of scary movies.
Freddy!
The choice of Ronny Yu to direct the film, given the fact that he is not American and that he comes from a very different background than Wes or I, the other people who have done the Friday and Freddy movies, I think it was a really good one. I think we're taking the whole visual sense of this movie to a brand new level.
Okay, let's go. And I go back to the first original Friday 13 and the first original Nightmare. You know, I said, oh, this is the key. So from then on, so I'm so like a samurai, like, you know, my vision is like a samurai. Okay, this is it. This is the only way to make this movie. Very good, thank you, gentlemen. Break. We all think alike.
Ronny sees the whole story almost like a great comic book, like a Batman versus Superman, a great comic book, you know, with that classic graphic illustration storyboard sense to it. So it's like flipping the pages of some great giant coffee table comic that you've never seen before, where they've combined these two arch villains.
I never have like proper like cinema school training. When I was little, I read a lot of comic books. Everything for me is visual. It's like painting, it's like photograph and all that, you know. So it's like every time when I see a scene, I see pictures, I see color, I see all that, you know. So when I start a movie, I like to draw. Right, isn't it? Fire. Okay, it's approaching this. And then we have a side shot.
He just has these very interesting ways of shooting things, and a lot of things are in slow motion. He does so many little camera tricks and so many little things that, like, I'm kind of only half aware of while we're shooting them.
He brings a whole nother layer to this thing with his Hong Kong Chinese film background. I think folks are going to be in for a surprise on this one. He's added a whole new flavor to the look, the style, even the acting.
I just want to make sure that there's enough blood there to satisfy the horror audience.
The scene is so intricate, there's so many angles to cover, and since there's so many characters in the script and just this huge ensemble cast, you gotta cover everything, you gotta get everybody's reactions to everything, so it's, you know, around the clock working.
It's all playtime for me. I mean, you know, it's such a change because my background is with stunt work.
It's just been a tremendous blessing to have a guy with that much head knowledge who knows when he comes smashing through a wall, he knows what to expect. He's ready for it, and he's happy to be doing it. He's having a blast.
I did my own water stuff in this, and, you know, some of the fight stuff, but, you know, when you see Freddy flying to the air and hitting a wall, or flying through the sky and landing in Crystal Lake on fire, and things like that, you know, believe me, it's not me.
We have done firework. We had Jason fully engulfed in flames over a 3-day period.
And here I'm burning, and you can see right here, I'm burning, and here I'm on fire.
The wire work has just been phenomenal. I mean, we have sent these guys flying in every conceivable direction. We've had them flying into objects, through walls, upstairs, downstairs. I mean, it's just, you name it, we've done it.
I directed a very different kind of movie 120 years ago, or whatever it was. And that was a very sort of minimalist, tiniest little story that we could do, and now we have a full-blown studio picture with all of the bells and whistles and all of the things that make a major action picture.
And that's what Freddy versus Jason is. It starts and it never stops. It's just go, 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 go all the time.
There's new things revealed. There's the action is bigger and better than any of the other movies, and it's definitely going to be a thrill ride for the fans. They're really going to enjoy it.
People just love the fact that they're two of the worst villains in horror history ever, and the fact that they're gonna square off.
Place your bets.
It's like the clash of the titans, and you know, someone's got to win. They each have this following. It's like the Ultimate Warrior versus Hulk Hogan.
It's like a really awesome action movie at the same time as being a cult flick horror movie.
Let's go.
Wait! Look!
Lots of blood, lots of fears, lots of screams.
Freddy and Jason are pop horror icons. They've been around our culture for almost 20 years, and each of them has become a symbol of all those things that collectively we as teenagers and then as adults are afraid of, so that they are the sum total of our current pop boogeymen.
Freddy vs. Jason, in theaters August 15th.
Freddy owns Jason. Freddy rides around on Jason. Maybe Freddy beats Jason to a pulp. I know what my fans want, and I know what they're gonna get. And that is they're gonna see the #1 monster of all time. As for his fans, I don't know, what, 10, 11 of them? The hell with them. I'll tell you though, I'd rather wrestle this guy again than have to get in the ring with little Chucky the Puppet Boy or Mike Myers. What is that, Mike Myers? Is he a mime? I've never figured that out.
Let's get ready to rumble! Hailing from Elm Street, the man with the killer right hand, the Springwood Slasher, Freddy Krueger. Ladies and gentlemen, from Camp Crystal Lake, introducing the Tower of Power, Jason Voorhees.
He's dumb, he's slow, he's stupid, and he ain't got no style. Place your bets, people. See you in the ring, Voorhees.